Hello, Gambia, and welcome to the show. I'm so happy you're here. This week, I have a dynamic young Gambian that most of you out there would know, especially the youth and the younger generation. We're going to go for a break. When we come back, we'll get to meet this interesting person. Don't go anywhere. Viewers, welcome back. I am here in my studios, and today I'm so excited because I have a Gambian who is young, he's dynamic, he is a future leader. He is somebody that's going to be a household name. And for me, I'm so privileged to have him here in my studio. Gambia, welcome, Pa Bakary Sonko. Bakary, you're welcome to the studio. Thanks for meeting me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
We're happy to have you. Your name is almost everywhere. Tell me who you are. Tell me who Bakary is.
Thank you very much. Greetings to each and everyone watching this interesting show. My name is Bakary Sonko. I am a Gambian studying at the University of the Gambia on Development Studies and Political Science, respectively. I am a member of the National Youth Parliament of the Gambia. I hold a diploma in policy analysis, peace and conflict, and a higher teacher's certificate. I am a trained peace advocate and educator. Just to say a little, we get to know more when we get.
You are just like, I don't know how you keep up with all the, you're so young. How old are you?
I would rather keep that for...
Because I know you're young. I know you're really, really, really young. And then you're doing so much. And you're one of those people out there that you're so bright. And a lot of people emulate you, especially the younger generation. And you stand up for them in so many, many places, which we will get into. But all this brightness, tell me about your education background. Where you were born and where you went to school and all that good stuff.
I was born and raised up in Esau, Lower Nyomi district, North Bank region. That is Bara here.
Right.
I went to Esau Primary School. From there, St. Augustine's Upper Basic School in Banjul. Then to St. Augustine Upper Senior Secondary School. Then from 2015, I graduated. I went to the Gambia College to pursue my certificate in higher teacher certificate. Whilst I was at the college, I also pursued a diploma in peace and conflict at the Management Development Institute, MDI.
Yes.
Currently, in my second year at the University of the Gambia.
Wow.
Yes.
That's exactly what I am saying. And by the way, when you said when you graduated, you kind of give up your age a little bit. So we can calculate how old you are. Bakary, we're going to get into what you're doing, but a lot of people know you already. You're a household name. But then before I get to show images and stuff of you, I just want to know what made you take such a part in life at such a young age. You're a young man. Most of your age mates are out there partying, going clubbing, learning to drive, you know, doing all kind of fun stuff that a man your age would do.
Yeah.
What made you take such big roles and responsibilities in life so early? I'm very interested to know this.
Thank you very much. This is a question that I've been battling to answer. And a question I believe only time can answer. But I will do my best for the sake of interview to answer this question.
I would love to know that.
There is this statement that has inspired me and will always inspire me by Mahatma Gandhi. He said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And the passion I have to change the life of people, drive, and something that inspired me since I was young. I always wanted to be that person who always, whenever I talk, I try to change at least one or two people I meet on a daily basis. So since I was at the college, this journey started whilst I was in grade 7.
Wow.
When I used to join this peer health club to go on advocacy, go around with the malaria control program. All these things started. I see that there is more to life than always going to school and always doing business as usual. There is more to life than just doing what you think is right. And I started this journey trying to talk to people, always sensitize them on issues that affect them and how to better prove a solution to these issues. Then when I was at the college, I joined several clubs at the college, clubs that seek to go around schools, talk to people. I'm mostly passionate about talking to people, because I believe the more you talk to people, the more you learn. The more you engage people, the more you get to learn new stories, you learn things that you know that are of beneficial to you. Because mostly if I talk to people, what I discover mostly is my ignorance, because I believe that every day
You
there
learn
is more to
something
learn
new.
whenever you meet people. So this has set me on the path to what I am today and what I seek to achieve.
Is there anybody in your family, be it your mom, your dad, or somebody directly related to you that has been a person of substance like you that love to talk, and when they talk, people listen? Because I think it's a gift. Not everybody is born with these things. Well, when as the interview goes on, I'll bring up things that you've done, and then people will be amazed, because to have the power to talk and for people to listen, I think it's something that not everybody is blessed with, and we take advantage of it, I think, sometimes, but it's something that not all of us have or are blessed with. So is there something, is this, because it must start somewhere. Even if you were interested in doing these things in school, it must have started from the house. How were you raised in the house? Is it a house where everybody just is free, you open up and you talk? What's your family setting like growing up as a kid? Because I think it's important that you touch on that.
Thank you very much. There is one person who has always inspired me to talk freely, to express myself. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. What matters is, let me express myself. And that person has been my mom. My mom has always forced me to talk whatever is affecting me as an individual, whatever I believe is affecting society. This, she has been saying that in Wolof Proverbs, that so amelula nahar, wakoniti. Because it is true, when you speak out, that people know your suffering or your situation. Because if you don't talk, people take advantage of you mostly. And that's something that she has always taught me, to speak out when it's necessary. He said, there are a lot of things that you have to say, but it's through speaking that you can say it. So if you keep quiet, there is someone somewhere who needs you to talk. That anytime you talk, you learn, or that person learns from you. So these are things that my mom has always inspired me to do, to always allow me to speak for myself, always allow me to speak for the benefit of not only me, but for the benefit of those who listen to me and those who are looking up to me.
That's an amazing thing. That's why I said it must start somewhere. It's not just, it wouldn't just be so natural that you're just good at this. It must start from somewhere, from the grassroots. So before we go for a break, I am just going to ask you one question.
Yes.
And that is going to be, Bakari, give me one powerful word that you cannot live without.
My favorite quote is by John Frazier. He said, champions are not made in the ring. They are merely recognized there. The champions are not made in the ring. They are merely recognized there.
Welcome back, viewers, and still with me I have Bakari Sonko here. So my next question is to you is, you've been out of the country before to represent Gambia on a training, or represent yourself on a training. Can you tell us more about that, and what country was that?
The training was in Ghana, organized by the Young African Leadership Initiative, commonly called YALI. It's a flagship program that seeks to empower young people, considering or looking at the peeping threats of poor leadership and bad governance in Africa. President Obama in 2015 initiated this program to train and prepare young people ahead before they go hold
positions in life, in the world, yes.
in the future, to prepare them for now and for the future. So I was privileged to be part of the 13th cohort that represented the Gambia. The 13th cohort that represented the Gambia in March 2019.
Yes.
So the training was actually based on preparing young people ahead of challenges and ahead of their leadership, or as they progress in their leadership journey. So I was there with few Gambians. We were like 9 in number. So we represented the Gambia well, and we did what we could as we make sure that the Gambia, as little as it is, but it is as big as when people hear it.
Yes.
So that's what we did.
That's a very beautiful phrase. What did you just say? You said the Gambia as little as it is?
Yes, but when we represented, it was big.
Oh, that's nice.
It was big as to how they
were small but mighty.
Mighty, yes. Exactly.
Yeah. You won something. Was it the yearly spirit? Was it on the same trip?
Yes, it was in the same trip. Normally, after the end of the program, they select they give out awards, maybe in each of the classes, because if you go to the training, you are divided into different classes. Based on what I do, I applied for the civic leadership track, which has to do with the work I do, like engaging people in the community or community service and other. So I was part of the civic leadership class, and several awards were given in class size. In class level, you have the Civic Leadership Award, Public Policy, and Entrepreneurship. Then they also gave out leadership. And there is this one big award that goes to the most outstanding participant who live by the values of the training,
of the spirit of the
they call it the Yali spirit.
Yes.
And I was opportune to win the Yali spirit award.
I salute you. And the award was supposed to be here right now, but you forgot it. But we'll show footages of it. Congratulations on that. That's a big win for all of us. And we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure there's much more to come your way, but this is something that maybe a lot of people don't know, and this is amazing. There's a young guy out there representing us and doing amazing things. Bakari, you do a lot of things in this country. I hear you don't stop from morning to night. You're out, you're in here, you're out there. And you're also the program officer of the National Youth Parliament. Is this something you enjoy?
Yes, very well. I think aside all my engagement, being the program officer of the National Youth Parliament of the Gambia is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. For the fact that I am engaged in designing and implementing programs that are geared towards helping and strengthening or enhancing the life of young people of this country. With the passion I have to develop young people, the passion and the determination I have. The determination I have to see that the young people are given, are created or are given the safe space to explore and harness their demographic dividend. Is something I enjoy the most. And being the program officer of the National Youth Parliament has given me the opportunity to play my part in such strife, to see that young people of this country and young people of Africa are fully salvaged to their potential and to what they want to achieve or pursue in their life.
Right. And during the interview, in the first round, you actually told me that you have a diploma and an advanced diploma in peace and conflict resolution. Yes, how has that been so far? You know, have you been opportune to exercise these special rights and talents? And there's a lot of things going on in the country, especially with the youth. And where do you come in? Have you been given an opportunity to be out there, to take part in resolution, like normalizing things?
Yes. Currently, my organization, that is the National Youth Parliament, we are implementing the UNFPA Peacebuilding project. That is a flagship of the UN Peacebuilding project that seeks to stabilize and empower young people to serve as active agents of peacebuilding. And coupled with the expertise I have in peace and conflict has immensely helped me to speak to young people about their role as agents of peacemakers. And this has not only stopped here. I've also went to Senegal to engage young people, the cross-border, that is young people from Senegal and young people from the Gambia
Wow.
to train them on their roles as active agents of peacemaking, because it's never possible to have peace in any country without the young people, and this is one thing that has motivated me.
Bakari, during our first part of the interview, you mentioned somewhere that you have a diploma, an advanced diploma in peace and conflict resolution. Sure. With the current situation in the country, with our youth, and there's just so much chaos that is not blatant, but there's chaos. With this experience you've had, how do you work to neutralize things? Have you been engaged in anything that is of significance that has made a difference so far?
Yes, first I will say this, that for every country to achieve development, it can never happen in the absence of peace. Peace makes all of us.
Yes,
what we want is as a result of peace, and it can only be possible within the realm of a peaceful society. Recently, we are currently implementing the Peacebuilding project, the United Nations Peacebuilding project, through UNFPA, that's the National Youth Parliament, and I had the opportunity to engage young people directly, to talk to them about their roles and what they can do in making sure that the Gambia, the peaceful Gambia that we know, and the smile that we know as a country remains, and the peaceful society and the peaceful environment that we know remain. I didn't only engage young people, I also engaged security men. I had the opportunity to train the immigration department, their policy department on cross-border security. I told you
he's a great person.
On cross-border security, and coupled with my experience I have in involving people, I'm a trained advocate on peace advocate and educator. So I've been engaging a lot of people, including young people, intergeneration dialogue among the old and the younger generation. So this has been the message so far, that the peace of this country lies in our hands. It is for us to either hold and we all enjoy, or we all succumb to its violence when need be. And something I pray will
never happen,
because we've seen other countries, we've seen Rwanda coming from genocide, looking at how a population was disrupted as a result of tribalism, a population divided on tribal lines, a population divided on political lines. So these are things that they are things that should not divide us. Rather, they should even bring us
together.
Because diversity is not division, but diversity is strength. So engaging young people has been the work I've been doing all this while. Just recently, I engaged the Senegalese Gambia. There was this camp that was organized by a cross-section of Senegalese and Gambian students. I was invited there to share my thoughts on how on the role of young people in peace building. So I was happy to share the little that I know with them, and I believe it will go a long way in making sure that they also will play their part in making Gambia and Senegal more peaceful.
And am I right to say that, given that it's Gambia and it's Senegal, that youths everywhere and young people everywhere want the same thing?
Sure.
Am I right to say that?
Sure, you are right. You are right to say that, because in every society, it is young people who are the energy that drives young people, according to UN or any other, not even UN, but young people are the cause. Most of us young people are the one who cause violence, and yet we are the one who suffer as a result of violence. So looking at this scenario, it is also the same young people that can make sure that there is peace. And the most interesting part is that it is young people that can reach out to young people. And that's the energy.
That's what I was going to say, like, who better to be out there than you?
And that's the energy I know I possess. So I stop at nothing but to make sure that young people are agents of peace, and they are known for nothing but peace, and as agents of peace builders.
Being out there with people your age and your generation, and even the generation beyond your generation, obviously the program has been watched by a lot of people, and you have, obviously, we hope people that are supposed to be watching this program are watching. And you playing this vital role out there with the youths of the Gambia, and African youth especially, but I would say Gambia because we're in Gambia. And what is one message that if you could just use this platform to put through that this is what the youth want, this is what their dream is? You have this opportunity now. What would it be that you would say is what they want above everything? Because in every government and in every country, sometimes they focus their energy somewhere. Maybe the youth want something else. What do you think you want? What do you think this generation wants?
Young people of this country, I can say they are, I will not say they are lazy. I have had the chance to meet a lot of them. I saw passionate young people. I saw the spirit and energy they have for success. What I want for this government, for any other agent that can help empower young people, is to help young people to realize their goal.
Yeah.
But how do you help them? Is to empower them with the right tools, give them the right skills, the requisite leadership they need in order to sail through to anything that they want. There is this quote from Jean Maxwell. He said that, tell me the sentiments that occupies the mind of your younger generation, and I will give you the characteristics of your future. I will throw these questions to the government of this country. What sentiment are they putting in the minds of the young people? Because it goes a long way in making sure that young people actually play their part in national development. Engage them, let them participate. Because people only feel empowered when they are engaged, when they take charge of their life. So how do they take charge of their life? When they are fully empowered with the requisite knowledge and skills and the expertise to fully participate. Our education system should create a better young people who will go out there, not only to sit in offices, but to also use their skills to empower themselves. Our education system should also cater for the one who is out there and is differently able. Our education system can provide all this. So this is one thing that our government needs to work on. If there is anything I would say is government should work on education and making the education system better and all inclusive for all young people. Because definitely young people of this country are hardworking. Young people of this country are so inspired to achieve and to see that the Gambia we want is the Gambia that will accommodate all, most especially young people.
You heard it right from Bakari. Who better to speak? The youths, we're here for you. We hear you, we see you, appreciate you, and we hope that the government is watching and is listening, because this is somebody that is out there with the youth, and who better to sit here and talk about these things so you know the direction that you're heading to, and then make everything even better for the next generation. On that note, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more with Bakari. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. I'm still here with this dynamic young man. Bakari, this is the part of the segment where I call life lessons. And I have, this is where, for me, I hold this segment very close to my heart, because people let loose and let people in and share experiences that maybe they've never shared anywhere, or this is where people get to know you as you. So I've done my research, obviously, about you and the things that you've done. And then I would like to know, the International Youth Society is a big movement.
So,
and you are the country ambassador.
Yes.
For that. Again, what can you not do? What can Bakari not do? What are the lessons you've learned from this?
In every engagement in life, there is either one or two lessons that people learn. It is actually,
you know what I like about you? Sorry to stop you. You're so mature. It's crazy. You're just so eloquent. I like that. You know, it's really
like
good.
I was saying, in every engagement, there are things that are involved. You learn lessons, and you get experience or inspired by the same action that is carried out by you.
Yes.
And the International Youth Society starting from the story of becoming the youth ambassador for this country.
Yeah, tell us more about that actually.
Started as a result of the work I do. They monitored me on social media, and they reached out to me via social media and asked for my email. Then I sent them. Then they sent me this proposal that they've seen my work and they are actually interested in working with me. That they have this youth movement that seeks to empower and help young people to better realize their goal. And with the advocate I am and the passion I have for young people, I wasted no time to respond to them that anything that has to do with youth development is something I am keenly interested in. Then I was appointed as the international youth as an ambassador for the International Youth Society in this country. The experience I learned is that I got to engage with a lot of other young people who are doing amazingly well in their countries in different spheres of development. So learning from and tapping from those experiences and the knowledge and expertise from those other people is helping me more. It's also serving as a take home for me to properly do my homework in making sure that I achieve the goal and the big goal I have for my country, and most especially for the young people of this country.
That's just outstanding. You're just an outstanding person, and I salute you for this. But obviously, with all of these great things, as a young man, comes trial and hard times, which is this part of the program where we're on. What has been, or what continues to be, a hurdle that you think sometimes we all have those moments where you're good at something, you do so good, but maybe you're not recognized enough. Even within your own self, you can unrecognize yourself. I think sometimes I sometimes doubt myself, but then it's harder as well sometimes when your people doubt you or feel like you can't do this, or they just give up on you sometimes, which happens. We tend to start things and then sometimes not be able to continue because of the lack of support or things like that. What has been the hardest thing with all these amazing things to your cap? What has been, or what are the things that sometimes makes you just feel like, should I continue doing this, despite the fact even that you love what you're doing?
I will say this again, and I like saying it, that regardless of the roller coaster of life's tribulations, one only finds solace in the love for what you do, and one only finds solace in the engagement that life, or the challenges that life puts towards you. It's all this, every successful man or every successful person in this world has a story to tell. And those stories are quite inspiring. What makes them inspiring is the challenges and how they overcome those challenges. And one biggest challenge I am facing is the issue of support. Especially, I'm a student at the University of the Gambia, coming from an underprivileged background, had to deal with a lot of things.
But you're so privileged as well in your own unique way. I wish I was you. Seriously, like.
So now, coming from such a background, support has been the greatest challenge I've ever faced, because even with the issue of tuition fees, going to school, I had to struggle with the little pay from projects, not necessarily actually pay, but from projects I managed to pay my school fees, and the help that some genuine and people who inspires me a lot are doing for me. So support has been the greatest challenge, and aside that, also the challenge of meeting the expectation of people. It's not easy. In as much as you are doing great, the life of a man consists of only expectations. It is for you to turn to either positive or negative. So these are challenges that have always come my way, but I believe they will come to pass. That one
How
day.
come you've never given up? Why is that? What's that thing that drives you?
That giving up is not something that is part of my agenda. It's not even part of my AOB, because I believe that whosoever must make it must suffer, and whosoever must suffer has a story to tell. And I want to sit one day and say a lot of and share my story, because there is this quote that is an anthem for me, that we will tell the storyteller to tell the story of great people.
I've heard you say that many times, actually.
One day, by the grace of God, the great days of great people will be celebrated greatly. So there is nothing that can stop me from celebrating those great days. And one thing that is keeping me going is the patience, passion, the commitment, determination, and the love for what I do. So these are attributes and qualities that I always advise myself that every day I wake up, I ask myself, do you know that someone is looking up to you?
Oh.
Like you have a lot of expectations to meet. You have a lot of people to prove, either right or wrong.
Yes.
So those are the expectations that I have to manage, and those are things that have to drive me to the promised land. And I am hopeful, and I remain optimistic.
I am hopeful too. I am very hopeful because you're very level-headed, and obviously you know what you're doing and what you want. And there's no way you can fail in life with the direction that you're going. So keep it up, and keep on that track.
Thank you.
This part is where I call you inspire in your own way. And for me, one of the ways that I feel I've been even inspired by the things you're doing is that you were a key actor in the realization of the Constitution. We Want project funded by the UNDP.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Again, how many congratulations have I said? I don't know if you guys heard me. Well, I'm going to repeat this because I think this is very important. Bakari was a key actor in the realization of the Constitution We Want project funded by the UNDP, and which was a vote for the youth to have their say in the Constitution, which is so important. How has that inspired the generation, and what benefits are you realizing from it all of you involved, obviously? And was it worth it? Are your voice being heard so far? Are your voices being heard? Because that's the whole point of it.
At this stage, I will say yes.
Okay.
Our voices are heard.
Okay.
Even though resources are yet to come out to determine that.
Okay.
But I am hopeful that our voices are heard.
What are those results?
I will come to that. Yeah, considering our past as a country, that we've seen that young people have been doing a lot, but they couldn't have the chance to actually have their say in matters that affects them the most. In 2016, we had an election. We said that Gambia needs change. Gambia has changed, but does the people change? Did the laws change? All these things are issues. The laws are a neglect, or they are serving as a hurdle for young people to fully realize their potentials, I can say. So we wrote this concept with the help of, with support from UNDP, to reach out to young people in the nook and cranny of this country, to have their say on what they want to see in the new constitution.
All right.
We met them, we discussed with them. As young people, like I said, it is only young people who can reach out to young people.
Yes.
Then we reached out to them. We recorded all the things that they want to see in the constitution, ranging from the presidency, who is eligible for presidency, National Assembly, citizenship. All these are issues that we followed the issue document from the CRC, that is the Constitutional Review Commission. We went there, we met with young people across the country. We recorded all the things that they need. After recording it, we created what we call a position paper. That is to reflect the aspiration and the hope of young people. We went to the CRC and told them that, yes, this is what young people of this country want. This is their decision, or this paper represents their voice. So here it is. This is what we want to see in the new constitution. And we are hopefully waiting to see that those aspirations and needs of young people are reflected in the constitution. Because the constitution is one thing that serves as a binding document to progress in every nation. And having the voice of young people in it is a big win for young people of this country. This is what we did, and the constitution we want is a success, or the project has been a success.
Okay. Even though it was voted for and it was approved, how was it received?
After doing all the consultation, we met the CRC, that's those responsible for the reviewing of the constitution. We went to them, and they applaud the initiative that young people have taken up the bold step to reach out to their fellow without waiting on government to come. And looking at that, they will see that young people are interested in building of a future that that is going to benefit not only them but the future of the generation yet unborn. So this it has been welcomed and well received by the CRC, and I believe no matter what happens, they will consider whatever the position paper holds.
So with that vote that you have, how does it work? I would like to understand this. Is it that you have a place or a time or a day where people involved like you meet and talk about the concern that you have, and when you discuss them, who do you take it to, and what are the steps taken to realize these things that you want?
Okay, like I said, we go around the country.
Okay.
We talk to young people. We record all the things that they want to see in the constitution. Now, after recording this, we hired a consultant. This consultant, who is better affair with the law and how constitutions are written, guided us and created or produced this position paper. This position paper is what we submitted to the CRC to tell them that this is what we want to see in the new constitution. Now it's like we wrote to them that these are issues that the young people of this country want to see in the constitution. So we've not only engaged young people across the country, we've also engaged young people who are in various civil society organizations and youth organizations, because not all young people in rural areas or young people have the time to actually attend sessions.
Exactly, that's why I asked that question.
So what we did, we also have these town hall meetings that we organize in various, both in universities and in schools. Then we met them. Those people, they also raised their concern. We collected those concerns and added to the concerns that we had when we went on a nationwide tour to make sure that the issue of young people are reflected.
That's a job well done. We're just going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll just get to the last segment of the program. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, we're here with Pa Bakary Sonko. Bakary, when I was doing research about you, I found out something which I was like, yay, proud, and after I was like, disappointed. The yay part was the part that I guess there's this International Peace Day happening this Saturday.
Yes.
In Uganda.
Yes, sure.
Which you were invited as a panelist. How amazing is that? That's absolutely prestigious.
Indeed.
And I was so excited for you and for the country. And this is one of the things I found out about you. I'm like, I have to have this guy here to talk to. But then the nay part of it that got me really discouraged was that I made research to find out where you are to talk to you. And I realized that you are not actually going. Let me get to it. And this is maybe due to, like we talked on earlier, we just have to call a spade, due to finances or support.
Sure.
It breaks my heart. I was like, if I had the money, I would give you for you to go. Because these are the things, I don't want something like this to kind of discourage a person like you, but I'm happy that I've met you and we're talking, and that you have that zeal and the spirit that something like this cannot break you. Because obviously there's going to be more opportunities. But this is a letdown for me, for you, and for the country, to some extent, and the youths as well, because you should have been up there with other youths amongst your peers representing the country. You not going, it's like all of us not going. I want to know how this happened, because it's very heartbreaking.
Some time ago, like 2 weeks ago, when they reached out to me, basically they also followed my social media. Like I told you, I'm a full-time, like I would say it, peace advocate, because I believe in preaching peace.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a Christian, but I like the Bible very, very well. And my favorite part in the Bible is Matthew. I don't know how to say it. Let me just say part.
Yeah.
That is this, they said, blessed are the peacemakers.
Yeah.
for they shall be called the children of God. And that's the person I derive from speaking or sending message for peace. So this Yearning Voices Foundation in Uganda actually saw my work, and they were actually happy and delighted that I am into peace building, young people and peace. So they reached out to me that they want to have me as a panelist. But the unfortunate part is that they also a youth organization like us. I understand they applied as a youth organization, which has to do with finance, because they are not government subvented.
Right.
So they said they want to have me as a panelist to speak on the role of young people in peace building, since that's what I do.
Yeah.
So I was actually invited. I got the invitation letter. I wrote to certain institutions, but to my dismay, it turned out to be the other way.
How did that make you feel? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I felt disappointed because I feel like it's not actually something that should have happened this way. But I believe peace is something that we all enjoy. It is because of peace,
Yeah.
and especially engaging those who are great actors in making the society peaceful.
Absolutely.
That is the young people. Having the chance to go out there, since the work I do here, it's actually a great opportunity for me to go outside and share my experiences with other young people across Africa, because the event is for both Africans and it's for young people around the world. They will meet in to discuss about how to better make Africa and the world peaceful. So it happens the other way around, that I couldn't go. As a result, I didn't have the funding to get me to that platform.
I know you're a gentleman, so I'm not going to get into the part where I'm like, who did you write to? But then I would have loved to know. But then better luck next time. Hopefully, I'm sure a lot of amazing things are going to come. Do you want to add anything to what you were saying now before I
No,
cut you
it's
off?
okay.
Yeah? So
like
for me, I just think that Minister of Youths and the President, the government, this is parts that can be looked into, pay attention to. We have young individuals like Bakari here who are flying the Gambian flag so high in their own little way. Give them the attention and the platform and facilitate these things for them, because they are making a difference. They will make a difference, and they're the future. You know, who knows? You know, maybe you who didn't go, for you it's like, okay, it's fine. You know, gomna it's okay. But maybe it's something that could have brought about so many amazing things for us. It was going to be a learning curve for you, which you will bring back and teach the people and the youth that you work with, which I think would have gone a long way. But it's all of our loss anyway. But then, you know, next time, I hope the right people are watching this, and then we hope that such things wouldn't repeat, that they need the support and we need to push them. And that's what a lot of us are out here to do. On that note, Bakari, we're going to go for a short break. But when we come back, we're going to get personal. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, welcome back. I'm here with Bakari Sonko. Bakari, it's been an amazing interview with you. Now, this is the last leg of the program. I hope you've been having fun. Yeah. Were you enjoying in the program?
Yeah, I was enjoying.
Okay, we've talked about a lot of things. I just want to get to this point where we get personal now about you. Who inspires you? Is that hard to answer?
Very.
Yeah.
Because I draw inspiration from a lot of people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mention names.
Yes.
But I would say I get inspired by people who listens to me. Because the greatest joy I get and the greatest inspiration I get is when I speak to people. I believe that I am touching lives. I'm touching the hearts of people. Because there are two things involved whenever you speak. You either appeal to the heart or to the mind of people. So who knows? Like whenever this question is very hard for me to answer for the fact that I've met a lot of people, a lot of things have inspired me. I've met people whose life convinced me that there is abundance of greatness, want to tap from. That there is a lot of things that I can do to become the great person I am. And I will have to go this way. There is this man who has ever inspired me in this world. This man, the first day I met him, his message still rings in my ears. That I am helping you, but I also want you to render help to another young Gambian. And this has gone a long way in helping me to get to where I am today.
Okay.
This man, I wouldn't say, let me save the name for now.
Okay.
Because some people want to help you, but they want it to remain solo. So that's something I am going to keep.
Okay.
But actually, I am inspired by all those people who are doing great, and actually inspired by you, by
me?
the work that you're doing.
Oh no, don't me. Little old me. Thank you, Bakari. Thank you so much. Since we're getting personal, I want to ask, from your point of view, where do you think the youths of this country should focus their attention on? Because there seems to be a little bit of imbalance. What are they missing?
Young people of this country,
Talk to
I
them.
can say
Talk
a lot.
to them. Talk to
This
them.
I can say, even standing,
Yes.
sitting, sleeping.
Yeah, okay.
Because I believe young people, we have a lot of things that we want to get. Because if you are in the journey to success, there are a lot of things that inspires you. There are a lot of things that you want to get. There are a lot of things that you want to achieve. But one thing that will help you is to be consistent in what you want to pursue. And I watched this small video from one Indian. He was asked, what do you think that young people should do and they are not doing? When asked, he said that there is time to grow and there is time to live. This is my message to the young people. Build yourself both in mind, in competence, and in capability. If you want to become the person you are, remain being honest to yourself. And honesty is just more than telling the truth to people about what happened. But honesty is about you believing in yourself and knowing what you want, how you want to get it, and how you are working to get. Knowing what you want is important, but how do you get it is also important. But what is most important is how are you working to make sure that you get that. So my message to young people is live the life that you want to live, but remember, someone depends on you. And in as much as you want to achieve, know that you cannot achieve in the absence of hard work, in the absence of determination, dedication, and the love for what you do. So these are things that you should always remember. That with the little thing you do, one step at a time, with time and by time, that things will come, and you have to remain the great person you are. You are gifted. We should be inspired by what other people do, but don't think that everything that someone has or another young person has, you should have. Everyone is destined for greatness in our own unique way. So my advice to young people or to my fellow young people is to remain great and be the person that you are. There is greatness, and Gambia depends and awaits your great manifestation. Thank you.
I don't know about you, but for me, if I had a Dalasi, I'm gonna flick that coin. That this is a Gambian leader. This is a leader ready to blow. And I'm so proud that you're here. Because one day I'll be like, I met him and I interviewed him. There's greatness just written all over you. I swear to God. I'm sure people watching this will just feel your vibration and your presence. You're young, but you're dynamic. That's how I introduced you. And I'm sure people watching this and the Gambian people, if some people don't know you, they will want to know who you are now, you know, because there's people like you here. And then it's so like very naive of us that, oh, Hale Gambia, Bugunyo Ligue, everybody is into crime, everybody. There's somebody like Bakari here, you know, you are an amazing. A lot of world leaders cannot talk like you. You speak so well, you're so focused, you have a clear vision of where you want to go. And I'm so proud of you, you know, there's so much ahead of you, and I wish you all the success. Before I say goodbye, which I'm sad to because I want to know so much. If I could take you home, I would. But I'm just going to ask, on a typical day, of course, you have time where you're a boy. You have a time where you're a boy, right? Where you're like a boy when you're not like so back at it, like responsible. When you're a boy and playing with like hanging out with your friends, where do you go to? What do you do for fun? Because you cannot be just this serious all the time. Like I am not even going to believe you. You have a girlfriend. What do you do? Tell me about you.
Forget about that one. I wouldn't want to express my emotional rights here.
Okay.
No, let me just say, it cannot be business as usual.
Yeah.
I have friends that we go around, we go to the beach, we talk about a lot of things. We talk about things outside business. We talk about things.
That's what I want to know. I want to know what you do for fun. Just shortly before we go, we have about a minute.
So, what I do for fun is I hang around with friends, talk about things that
that you're gonna say on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Not everything is.
Okay, that's fine. What's your favorite Gambian food?
Domoda.
Domoda.
Yes.
Why Domoda?
I like domoda.
Yeah, it's my favorite too. Well, that brings us to the end of the program. I hope you've had an interesting insight into this young man. I am personally wishing you all the best in life, and that your future is so bright, it's blinding. I know you have a very, very long way to go. Keep us updated on what you're doing, and please extend our greetings to all the youth that you work with. If I could have all of you in here, I would, but then I'm sure my studio will be crammed, so I cannot do that. But we'll plan for that. Bakari, thank you so much for meeting me. It's been an honor. God bless you and God be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.